Miss Doyle's still on her break, but I'm happy to assist you. Certainly. Here you are. Please imbibe responsibly.
What a lamentable state of affairs. I remember the days when Laplace's garden lived up to its estimable purpose. Now look at it. The fountain in disrepair, pedagogy in the park, even the lights above our heads have winked out like stars taken down from the sky. Nevertheless, one must persist. The plan is good. The shadow of ignorance cannot withstand its light. I knew you had a knowledgeable look about you. That would be wonderful. Thank you, dear. There's a panel just here. I will supervise from a respectable distance, but know that I am with you in theory, like the architect's own guiding hand. And so there was light. My sincerest thanks. I will be sure to extol your virtues to the laureates the next time we speak. And here, a little treat for your effort.
Somehow merge with another company these corporate interactions make little sense to me, as they mostly amount to relabeling assets and changing letterhead.
If it isn't my favorite collaborator. I thought I said we shouldn't be seen together. You did sharpen my pencil, so I suppose sharpening yours is only fair. I'll put in a word with my associates to pass along to whatever protectorate forces are on site to expect you. It's no guarantee, but at least they won't fire upon you on site. In exchange for my help, however, I want you to bring the data back here so that I can make a copy of it. Before you hand it over to the Order, to be clear. Do we have an accord? You've no doubt heard the phrase, knowledge is power. Sub Rosa benefits from all the knowledge it can acquire. I can tell you no more than that. And now you'll help me out more. So sweet of you, really. We do work well together, don't we? Return here when you have the data. I'll be waiting.
What? Sorry. Caught me lost in my upper story.
What fortune! Our technician manifests at last. Halt there. You match the description of the technician we have been vigilantly awaiting, but as they say, assumptions made are mistakes readied. Present yourself, so that I may take the measure of you. Evidently so. Satellites from our magnificent Hyperion reticulum do not tumble so gracelessly down from the skies every day. Some might label me mistrustful, but I wonder at your sudden assignment to this matter. Your tardiness, too, invites questions. It raises doubt you are even who you presume to be. On second appraisal, I see I was mistaken to doubt you as a resolute subject of the Protectorate. You clearly carry yourself as one with a fearsome purpose. You may avail yourself of the satellite. Matriarch guide you in your work. Go about your business then. Finished already? Enjoy your time in the garden.
Hello, layperson.
Shh! If I'm caught talking during this makeup exam, oh, what does it matter? Can't mark the occipital from the parietal with these voided questions. And is there something wrong with the air recyclers? It's getting hard to breathe. My vision's gone a bit fuzzy, but the exam's right here on the monitor. Have a look. You asked! I'm already perspiring beyond acceptable odor levels, thank you. I'm sure I'd recover my wits enough to tackle the rest of the test if you can just help me make sense of the first question. Just be discreet, won't you? My vision's gone a bit fuzzy, but the exam's right here on the monitor. Have a look. I'm sure I'd recover my wits enough to tackle the rest of the test if you can just help me make sense of the first question. Just be discreet, won't you?
Hello, layperson.
People are gonna start to talk. No need to wait for permission. Ask them. I was assigned to the Order as a girl, but never really found my footing there. Too unfocused, they said. A distraction to others. Then the schism happened and everything went topsy-turvy. In all the chaos, an agent from Sub Rosa made contact. She made me an offer, and I liked how the math worked out. If I had to theorize, Sub Rosa must have seen me as their in to the Order. And through them, I saw an eventual way out. My left pinky feels a little tingly. All jesting aside, no. I learned it's best not to exceed a moderate amount of caring when it comes to the actions of others. You'll only be disappointed. People are gonna start to talk. Aren't you reliable? I just need one moment to copy the data. There, all done. Thank you ever so much. Was there anything else you wish to discuss?
No, it's fine. I should probably start familiarizing myself with custodial routines. Janitorial sciences. Here I come.
Hello, layperson. Hello, layperson.
I look forward to the reclamation of the Hyperion web. Hopefully you shall facilitate that. Now, how might we be of use to one another? Yes! Excellent! Take that, reductionists! Your horrid little surveillance devices shall finally be used for what their purpose should have been! Don't tell anyone about that outburst, please. Here's something to keep you quiet. I must admit I first had doubts, due to your association with a cultist. But yes, you've earned not only my trust, but the Order's as well. I hope you'll continue working with us. I've informed the presiding bishop you're coming to speak with her. She can be found in the room off the main stairwell. I'm sure I don't need to say this. But if you even think about bringing harm to Ruth, I shall know. Be on your very, very best behavior.
You've been a real factor in our
The Chamber of
success.
Conflict Evaluation and Strategic Planning is currently off limits to non-essential Order personnel.
Entry granted.
Good to see you again. I had hoped we could speak earlier, but no matter. A little time remains. You are a crucial variable in the solution to a critical problem. Since the unfortunate end of the peace talks, Gertie and I have kept in communication, and we believe it is still possible to get the Order and Auntie's Choice to work together. When you go in to speak with the presiding bishop, please raise the issue with her. I assure you this is the correct thing to do. For yourself, for us, for Arcadia. For one, having the allied might of their forces at your back when facing down the Protectorate. If that's not sufficient, perhaps some additional incentive could also be provided. And if you might consider an appeal to your better nature, ending the conflict between Auntie's choice and the Order would have untold benefits for all Arcadia. Farewell. I would say good luck, but I put no stock in chance, only probability. May the plan favor us against long odds.
Laureate Craft sent ahead. You're free to come.
The Order has always proclaimed patience as a virtue, but I am pleased my waiting is finally at its endpoint. For so long, you have only existed as numerical values on a chart. A bright star in a constellation of possibilities, as it were. Now with your arrival, the Order nears the totality of its goals, provided you are willing to stay aligned with our cause. Prudent. Now then, I gather you already know who I am, but science has shown that good manners strengthen developing relationships by 5.3%. So, allow me to introduce myself. I am Ruth Bassar, third presiding bishop of the Order of the Ascendant, supreme calculator, and, plan willing, the architect of Arcadia's prosperous future. My sensory deprivation chamber. I spend the majority of my days closed inside the silence, dulling myself against the tedious excesses of the body and mind. Want no longer factors into my decisions, but I can see how that might confuse one of such spirited bearing. I am using the chamber to prepare for a test of significant endurance. I think it best to leave the discussion there for now. I admit, when I sent my initial message, I did not exactly know who its recipient would be. But I trusted the plan, and lo and behold, it provided you as the solution. Your recent exploits at Greater Tranquility Station have certainly made for compelling reading material. Confronting an assassin, and thereby sparing the delegates' lives before the rift inexplicably destroyed the station? Such a commendable effort is worthy of acknowledgement. If your actions were so easily imitable, then we would not be speaking right now. Accept the credit. However, there's something of even greater import we must discuss. I just received the most curious transmission from Auntie Cleo. She wishes to discuss a partnership of sorts, and I heard you were the source of this plot. I must admit I have significant doubts about colluding with an entity like Auntie's Choice. Why should the Order agree to even entertain the possibility? Wise enough to recognize the perils, too. But The right course often involves remaining open to new possibilities. Auntie Cleo has already proposed a secure conference room on board the Undisputed Claim for our use. I will await your arrival there to mediate.
Failed to cite her work completely. I worked with presiding Bishop Orlo, you know. Now there was a serious scientician. Did you need something? May all our travails add to the equation.
What do you need, Commander?
Welcome back, Agent. Is there some evaluation I can do for you? Call it proof of concept. Laplace's garden is more than its aesthetic. It offers a vision of a future free from the despotic rule of narrow-minded jingoists, where the fruit of the plan can finally ripen. It saddens me to see the garden so despoiled by our wartime presence. But with the loss of Spirton, necessity dictated we quarter here in the interim. Oh, the Laureate Council simply draws a name out of a hat. No? Go figure. In reality, I was recommended for my position by the preceding bishop. Paired with my skills as a seer, I was the natural choice when it came time for the council to vote. Thank you for that charitable assessment. My predecessor, presiding Bishop Orlo, and I had a close working relationship. He knew I possessed the skills and temperament for the role. I counted him a friend. Orlo shared with me his doubts about the Order's partnership with the Protectorate. The compromise is made. He had many such regrets at the end of his life. It is humbling indeed to confront one's own mortality. We must all assess our individual contributions to the plan before the final class lets out. May you achieve progress in accordance with the plan.
Have an intellectually stimulating day.
Be the statistical exception to a natural state of entropy in the universe.
You're the anomalous outlier from the wireless.
Initiate Briar! Do you mean to defraud the Order of its time and resources? I could think of no other rationale for such unseemly conduct.
No, of course not. I'd never...
Cease talking, now, before I expel you from this class entirely.
Thanks for nothing.
Hopefully that doesn't lead to her quitting the Order, becoming ruler of the Scrappers, and later seeking you out for revenge. Happened to me once.
Please, just leave me alone. Alone. You've done enough.
Hello, layperson.
actions are in accordance with the plan.
Oh, hello. Cogitate here often?
You okay? Seem off by a few decimal points.
isn't our favorite contractor.
You're my kind of subcontractor.
Someone's bucking for a promotion.
Welcome, distinguished consumer, to the front lines of anti. Enjoy your time under.
Keep making us money, friend.
Welcome to Auntie's Choice. We look forward to your inevitable acquisition and/or merger. Have a profitable day.
The scrappers. You seem like a go-getter. Let's consume
Ever read
lunch
the Middle
sometime.
Manager Handbook? Really shores up the foundation of your fundamentals.
I'm a huge admirer of your work from a safe distance.
I cannot believe how bloody cold this place is. I can literally see my words freeze before my face as I say them.
Ah, stop complaining. At least the ship's hull breaks the wind. Imagine how bad it would have been out here before this thing fell.
Okay, I suppose that's true. The one gracious thing the Protectorate has done for us is to shoot down our supply ship filled with munitions and rations.
Here I have you to thank for my transfer going through from Winter's Grasp. Wouldn't have happened if you hadn't reconnected our territory. Anyhow, I'm grateful. Not in a free goods and services way, mind you, but in a fondly appreciative manner. What do you need? Patch you right up. All better. Anything else you need? Of course. Auntie's Choice offers the widest range of marvelous medicaments and plausible placebos.
I'm open to ideas.
Thank you for your customer service, contractor.
Clearly, they've been working hard or hardly working. That's rhetorical.
You must be who Huguenot contracted to deal with our Protectorate dilemma. I'd rather have had the credit for delegating that work. But regardless, Antes owes you a thank you.
Those Protectorate scum squeezed us good this time. I feel like a sprat of unusual size in a cage meant for miniature breeds. It's long past time we go on the offensive. I've been authorized to offer a substantial bonus to the first squad that pushes through. Sorry, ain't interested. Everything we've tried has been rebuffed. There's no good in a bonus you don't live long enough to spend. Welcome, big spender.
Just
You look unfortified. Getting enough emulsifiers in your diet?
The Oracle Laureate hoped that sending me into desolation would mend what he saw as wounds in my mind. The first few weeks were horrible. Grief dogging my every step. Nightmares of my murdered colleagues. But then, the nightmares began to ease, and the grief ebbed away. What replaced them is emptiness. The Order speaks of humanity becoming something more, but their words are insufficient speculation. There is nothing more to be. Only dust and death, and the rifts await us. Those rifts, I find the absolute annihilation they offer oddly soothing. Perhaps I will make one last pilgrimage. One last journey on the path from nothing to nowhere.
Hello, layperson. Hello, layperson.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Sowing confusion. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Raring to go. Well, get you heal. I'm happy to help. Good for you. Parasite is on the way.
Go for qualification. No combatant on my scope. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Have a fix on their weaknesses. Mitigating the threat. They're benumbed.
Wouldn't be wise wandering across that bridge.
If it isn't my new favorite operator.
You've advanced the plan. You shall be fatted.
Laplace's garden and sent into war. War! The longer I am out here, the more I realize I don't feel quite right. It's as if I'm itching for something badly. For 3 years it felt not a hint of fear. Now it's unshakable. It's in my marrow. Get me back in the garden.
Yeah.
Please.
You're remarkably effective for someone so ignorant of abstract calculus. Appreciate your facilitations.
Antis can't even direct their deployment of food drops properly. I suppose I better clean this mess up.
I heard they analyzed these in a lab months ago. They're almost pure sugar and artificial flavors with virtually no nutritional value.
I read that report, actually. I have a level 1 in chemistry, and I have no idea what most of the artificial compounds in it are. The lab techs refuse to even attempt to consume it.
Seriously? That definitely feels like a flaw in their methodology that someone should, rectify. Do you want to try it?
Yes.
I can't go back out there. I feel like I'm going to succumb to panic.
All of you reinforcements from Laplace's garden are acting like scared little sprats. Life of just want you to know your efforts are seen and appreciated.
I'll write my next dissertation in your honor.
Hello, layperson.
Oh, hello. Cogitate here often?
Thank the Hey, you're the one that rescued my scouts, right? Please, allow me to reward you for your efforts.
I cogitate more efficiently knowing you're on our side.
Your methods are unconventional, outlier, but you
Your
get
efficiency
verifiable
has improved
results.
mine. You have my gratitude for saving them. Please take this.